This is the beginning of the Western District. This is the heart of, when Australia rode on the sheep's back, as they say, the Western District of Victoria was really the engine room of the Australian economy. When Australia was the wealthiest country on earth in the 1880s, it was because of the wool boom out here. And the Russell family were probably the single most distinguished of the Western District squatter families, and this is one of the old Russell family properties, so it has an incredible history to it. And yet, now, of course, it's half an hour drive from Geelong. Barunah grows to fill the number of people that come into it. The more people that are here, the happier the place is. It doesn't break a sweat with 50 or 100 people here. So, we just have all our friends, all their kids, kids all jump in the pool, everyone else sits around, has a glass of wine. It just brings people together. That's just a joy. The garden here was laid out by Guilfoyle, the famous botanist who, did the botanical gardens in Melbourne and a lot of the big Melbourne gardens. So if you look at it aerially, you'll see the driveway as the centrepiece, and down the end there's a 6-acre circular curated garden that Guilfoyle put in. And so when you see down around the homestead, all the trees are all the exotic trees that the botanical gardens people had, the bunya pines from Queensland, the Monterey pines from California, the flame trees, all these exotic, the palm trees from Queensland, all curated around this magnificent homestead. So it's quite a historical setting. After we put in the pool house and the pool, that's really the summer home for this place. And so, all the kids jump in the pool, all the adults sit around and chat and play music, and usually late in the evening when there's been a few too many wines consumed, somebody brings out a boombox and there's a bit of dancing around the pool, and watching the sunset over the Billabong, and it's just a magic spot.
The beautiful thing about this place is it's not far from civilization, so it's a great advantage because, yes, there are other great properties in Australia, but some of them are very isolated. So I would have to say its positioning is fantastic. It's unique in that the homestead infrastructure is a one-off, so you're actually purchasing something that can't be replicated and will never be replicated. And it also has everything you need. We have a pool, we have running creek, we have platypus in it, we have kangaroos and wildlife all at your doorstep. The availability of horse facilities are here. And we also run a small merino livestock enterprise.
So much pleasure, I tell you how I feel.
I think if it's about one word, it's about hospitality. Barunah's really a village, in a sense. When this was the biggest farm in Victoria, it had 60,000 acres. And so you've got the main homestead, which the Russell family built, which is, 13 bedrooms, 6 bathroom. But then you've got the old foreman's cottage, which is another beautiful bluestone cottage, which we've renovated up, and then another cottage called Chomley's. And then you've got all the wool infrastructure. So you've got probably one of the great historic wool sheds anywhere in the world, really. It looks a bit like the old Tom Roberts painting, Shearing the Rams. So a 20-stand T-shaped, 100-metre T-shaped bluestone wool shed. And then the whole shearers' quarters, which I love because, it sleeps 45 people. There's a big commercial kitchen down there, beautiful big dining hall. It's pretty rustic. It's shearers' quarters. It's not fancy, but it's some of the best times I had down there. So between the shearers' quarters and the cottages and the homestead, we sleep 72 or more here. And then you've got all of the old historic buildings like the wool shed. Beautiful old ram shed, looks a bit like the label on the Winds Coonawarra, if you're familiar with that building. We've got one of those here too. And then we've got all the modern stuff that we've put in here, the tennis court, the cricket nets, the basketball ring, the beautiful swimming pool and the cabana and the barbecue and the horse yards and all the creature comforts that you have to make it a wonderful place to entertain your family and friends. We've used it a lot for corporate retreats, and a bunch of our non-profits and stuff come away for retreats, whether it's 10 people or 50. It's just an incredible place to get away and think great thoughts and build friendships. It's so convenient. I work from here in the summer. I stay down here with the family. It's half an hour drive from Geelong. I can commute up to Melbourne quite easily in an hour and a quarter. Anywhere where the natural noises are louder than the mechanical noises is a place where human beings relax. And that's what we do here. When you lie in bed and close your eyes, you just hear nature all around you. You feel like you are miles and miles and miles away from the city. It's what the Americans call big sky country.